A man decided to get revenge on everyone who had ever wronged him all at once. He deliberately booked all his enemies on the same flight. At first, his cheating girlfriend didn't realize anything was wrong, until she struck up a conversation with the passenger next to her and accidentally discovered that this middle-aged man not only knew her boyfriend but was also the thesis committee member who had ruthlessly failed him. He'd called his graduation project complete garbage and said making him repeat senior year was going easy on him. Before long, the woman sitting behind them, who'd been listening to their conversation, couldn't stay quiet anymore. It turned out she was her boyfriend's homeroom teacher during his repeat year, and she admitted he was honestly the worst student she'd ever taught. As more and more embarrassing details came out, a passenger in the front row immediately recognized the woman. He was another student in her class who happened to be her boyfriend's bunkmate back in college. Since her boyfriend was really weak back then and was constantly bullied by classmates, that's what made this guy remember him so well. Just as the woman marveled at what an incredible coincidence this was, a hotel manager sitting behind them joined the conversation. It turned out her boyfriend used to work at his hotel but kept getting into fights with customers, so he eventually had to fire him. At this point, the middle-aged man finally realized something wasn't right and asked who else on the plane knew this guy. The words barely left his mouth before passengers started raising their hands. Amid all the chatter, a flight attendant who couldn't get the cockpit door open turned around in desperation. Looking at everyone's confused expressions, she dropped a bombshell. Not a single person on this plane is innocent. It turned out her boyfriend was this plane's purser. Right after takeoff, he'd walked into the cockpit with coffee and never came back out. The door had been locked from inside with no response. The pilot had probably crossed him somehow too. No sooner did she finish speaking than her boyfriend's voice came over the intercom. Now his girlfriend finally admitted to cheating with his best friend who was sitting not far behind them. Might as well take care of you both at once. Since her boyfriend had absolutely no piloting skills, his fumbling caused the plane to start shaking violently, and everyone in the cabin began to realize how serious the situation was. But if you wanted to talk about who felt the most guilty, it had to be this greedy old man. As her boyfriend's former therapist, he'd kept raising his rates until he was blocked. Her boyfriend's current insane behavior was largely because of him, which ultimately led to his condition worsening into severe depression. Meanwhile, an elderly couple was enjoying some sunshine when they suddenly felt a chill down their spines. Her boyfriend lived by the principle of never holding grudges. He settled scores immediately. He aimed for his target and floored it, racing straight toward the old couple. Her boyfriend's parents probably never imagined in their wildest dreams that while the neighbor's kid would at most drive a car home to show off, their son really outdid himself this time.